Hello friends, I am Vijay Veliavril. All are welcome to my YouTube channel. In session 15 video, we have seen that our train suffered a heavy detention at station V due to engine failure. And also we have seen reception of train, or we can say reception of an engine on the obstructed road. Now let us go to the diagram to see what is waiting for our train at station W. The train is fast proceeding towards station W. Station W is almost similar to that of station V. The yard is almost similar. It has got road 1, road 2, road 3. Road 1 is down main lane, road 2 up main lane, and road 3 common loop. This is the same as that of station V. Now the train is fast approaching from station V to station W, and here also the train is run through on main line. For run through, normally the distance signal will be showing green and home signal green, then the starter green and advanced starter green. That is how the signal is now. The loco pilot, on approaching the distance signal, he found the aspect of the signal green. That means it is going to be received on main line, and also he can pass with the normal speed. That means the signal, home signal, is also taken off for him. On passing this distance signal, he can very well see after a few minutes, that is from distance to this home signal there is 1 kilometer distance. Still he can see after few minutes, after 2 or 3 minutes, he can very well see the aspect of the home signal. It is also green. That means it is going to be received on main line, and also normally it should be run through. That is why it is showing green. If it is reception on main line, only single yellow will be burning, but here now it is green, means it is going to run through. So he is coming with normal speed. While he is approaching this home signal, suddenly the home signal went back to red. The aspect turned to red. That means stop. So immediately the loco pilot applies emergency brake, but it is not possible for him to stop within the home signal. It passes the home signal and stops. Now, why this home signal flew back? It may be due to signal put back by the station master for an emergency, and for emergency, signal can be put back to on by the station master. Normally, once a signal taken off for a train will not be put back to on position. It may be because of putting back the signal by the station master, or it can be that it flew back by its own due to some voltage problem. Because whenever there is thunder or lightning, the home signal used to flew back to on. Or if there is any change in the overhead line, if some bird hits in the overhead line, some voltage or some power problem will be there. In that case, there will be some induction like that, and in that case also this home signal may go back to on. So we don't know why it has gone to on position. Anyhow, on seeing the on position, loco pilot applied emergency brake, but he could not stop within the home signal. It passed the home signal and stopped now. Now the station master knew from the panel that the train has passed the home signal and stopped. And also guard or loco pilot will communicate the station master through walkie-talkie, or they are having the signal post telephone will be there at the home signal. Through that they can contact the station master, or there will be RE phone through which this loco pilot can contact the station master. On knowing that the train has passed the home signal and stopped, station master will go to the spot, and he will feel the brake blocks of first few coaches. That is for the enquiry purpose, whether the brake blocks are hot, cold or warm. That he will record. The distance travelled by this train after this home signal will be measured by the station master in terms of coaches. That is engine plus 3 coaches or engine plus 3.5 coaches. Like that will be taken in presence of loco pilot and guard, and that will also be recorded for the enquiry purpose. Thereafter, this train is to be brought to road 2. A train past the stop signal tone should be started only on a restarting memo. So a restarting memo should be issued to the loco pilot to start the train from there and to reach the berthing place. Before issuing restarting memo, the SM must ensure that these points are favorable for him. Normally, the signal has been taken off, so it flew back means these points will be normal. There will be no doubt that these points will be normal. But suppose you take the case of signal not at all taken off, this distance signal also not taken off. Even the points are not set for road 2. Here, when the train is approaching the distance signal, it will show yellow and this home signal will show red. But without observing all these things, suppose the loco pilot comes with the normal speed, but on reaching the foot of this home signal, he understands that the signal is at on. He applies emergency brake and he stops after passing the home signal. Here in this case, what will be the position of the points? It may be or may not be favorable for the train. In such situations, the SM must ensure that these points are set for the road of reception and also clamped and padlocked. Thereafter, he will issue restarting memo. This restarting memo, station master will prepare in duplicate, and in the duplicate copy, counter signature of the guard will be obtained and the original will be issued to the loco pilot after getting his signature also. Thereafter, this train will be piloted to road 2 by the traffic staff. Now the train has come and stopped here at the foot of the starter signal and clearing the fouling mark, the train has come and stopped. Thereafter, the station master will issue accident message to the all concerned. Signal passing at danger, that is SPAD. Signal passing at danger is considered as a very serious offence by railways. If it is a case of flew back of the signal and passing it at danger, it is not a serious offence. But when the signal is not taken off, but the loco pilot passed it at on, means it is taken as a very serious offence. There can also be cases where starter and advanced starter signal also passing at danger. Now let us say that our train is on road 3. Okay, now it is to be started from road 3 towards this up direction. For dispatching this train, advanced starter taken off, that is after getting line clear from station X, station master W has taken off advanced starter, it is green now, and he has taken the starter road 3, that is yellow now. Now that is the position. But when the train has started and it approached nearing this starter signal, it flew back to on. As told earlier, this can be happened due to fluctuation in electrical current. That is, all these things are electrical and electronic equipments. So fluctuation in voltage or fluctuation in current can cause this problem. Or the station master might have put back this signal to on. Anyhow, the loco pilot could not stop his train at the foot of the starter, but it passed and stopped beyond the starter. Now, it is a case of signal passing at danger. Now what to be done? Here also, the station master must go to the spot and measure the distance travelled by the train in terms of coaches. The engine and two coaches passed the starter and stopped. Thereafter, it is to be restarted. Here also, restarting memo is to be issued to the loco pilot to start from the present position. Before issuing this restarting memo to the loco pilot, it is to be ensured that these points are favorable for him. That is, this point should be normal, this point should be reverse. Then only the train can come and go this way. It is to be ensured by the station master that these points are set, clamped and padlocked. If it is a matter of passing the starter signal in the flew back condition, then these points will be favorable for him. Normally, because previously the advanced starter and starter had been taken off, So it flew back means these points will be favorable for him. However, it is to be clamped and padlocked. Also, PHS should be shown to the loco pilot. On observing this advanced starter, that is LSS, in off position, he can proceed. So that is how the flew back of starter is dealt with. There can be a case that starter was not taken off at all, but the loco pilot passed the starter in on position. So in that case, it is a very serious incident. Here also, all the steps which had been taken earlier, that is the clamping and padlocking of the points and showing PHS, then also the restarting memo, all these should be followed as such, and a message to this effect, that is an accident case, so that message should be given by the station master to all concerned. Though the rule says that stop signal once taken off should not be put back to on unless there is an emergency, and emergency is an occasion where an accident is to be averted. However, there will be several cases, several incidents in which station master has to put back starter signal to on other than this emergency. This rule regarding this putting back of the signal is strictly followed in the case of home signal, but in the case of starter signal, it is the emergency is not at all considered in several cases. Train is here, suppose there is agitation or something, and this train cannot be dispatched, but by the time and the train comes here, it is to be run through. That means the signal will be put back and this train will be given run through. And also there can be cases of engine giving trouble. The loco pilot says that after 10 or 20 minutes we can leave, but till that time I have to attend to this loco. In that case also, the taken off signal will be put back. So here, but one thing to be ensured is that when the signal is put back to on, the station master should not alter the points. Of course, he might have put back this signal to send a train through road 2. In that case, this point is to be normalized. The point is already set for this line, that is, it is reverse condition, it is set. Now it is to be normalized to run through a train like this. But when the signal has been put back to on, the station master should not normalize this point immediately. A memo should be given to the loco pilot to the effect that he has put back the signal to on and he will alter the point also. So he must not move from here. Such a memo will be issued to the loco pilot and his signature will be obtained. Only after that the station master should alter the point. 53 can be altered here. 53 can be altered only after getting the acknowledgement from the loco pilot. That is an important thing to be observed. Okay, we have dealt with the train passing starter signal at on. Now let us take the case of passing advanced starter at on. The starter has been taken off, advanced starter also taken off. Train passes the starter at off position and it reaches the advanced starter. On reaching here, this advanced starter flew back to on, or the station master put back to on. Both can happen. But the loco pilot fails to stop within the advanced starter. He fails to stop at the foot of the advanced starter. He passes the advanced starter at on. Here also, a restarting memo will be issued to the loco pilot, but that restarting memo is to back the train on road 3. It will not be allowed to go further. Train will be issued with a memo, restarting memo, with a clear endorsement that the train is to be backed to road 3. Because here the importance is, this is the block section. So block section with the authority only the loco pilot must enter. Here the authority is off position of advanced starter. Here without the off position of advanced starter, train has entered the block section. So it will be backed to road 3 and the block working will be suspended. Block instrument working will be suspended, and here the loco pilot will be issued with the LCT, line clear ticket. Loco pilot will be issued with the line clear ticket after getting again line clear from the station master X. Station master W will seek again line clear from station X, and he will prepare line clear ticket, and the train will be dispatched from here. Here starter will be taken off, but this advanced starter will not be taken off. This is how the passing of advanced starter at on by the loco pilot is dealt with. So in all these cases, when the train has passed the advanced starter at on and stopped, it will be backed to the station, and it will be started on LCT. Now let us take a case. This advanced starter not taken off, the section not blocked. Station master W hasn't sought any line clear for the train, so advanced starter not taken off. Starter and advanced starter not interlocked here. That means without taking off advanced starter itself, starter can be taken off. For the shunting purpose, certain stations will be having free starter. Starter can be independently taken off. So here this station advanced starter is not interlocked with the starter. The station master has taken off starter for this train. So it is showing yellow. On seeing this, loco pilot started his train. He started his train and he reached here. On seeing this on position, he will stop normally. Suppose he failed to stop it immediately, he will partially pass this advanced starter and stop it. Suppose he did not observe this advanced starter itself, what will happen? He will go with his train into the block section. The block section is not blocked for this train. Now the train has entered the section after passing the advanced starter at on, and it is moving because loco pilot is unaware about this position of the advanced starter. Now the train will stop only at the home signal of X station. Now what action should be taken? Here the section is not blocked. He hasn't got the authority to enter the block section. Authority to proceed is off position of advanced starter. He is not there. He is not taken off. He has entered the block section with this train. Now what is to be done in such cases is not clearly given in the rules. Now what might have happened? Either the loco pilot was not careful to see this position of advanced starter and he proceeded. That is one chance. The other is the train is out of control. On seeing this advanced starter in on position, he could not stop the train, so he proceeded. So that can also be a reason. Anyhow, we don't know how this train passed this advanced starter at on. So this train should be treated as a runaway train, and it should be stopped at any cost. In the electrified section, there will be traction power control, and the traction power control should be immediately advised to cut the power supply so that the train will come to a stop. That is the action immediately to be taken. Suppose it is not an electrified section, then there will be some LC gate, and this LC gatekeeper can be told to keep the signal at on so that the train will come and stop there. Anyhow, that train should be stopped at any cost. And after stopping somewhere in the midsection, the train can be restarted from there only on a memo from the station master from W. The block working will be suspended, and station master W will contact the station master X, and they will exchange a message between them that the so and so train has entered the block section without authority to proceed, and the train has stopped at the kilometer so and so, and from the train will be started on restarting memo. That restarting memo will have that PN also. So the private number received from the station master from X will be mentioned in that restarting memo. Somehow this memo will be brought to the loco pilot of this train which is standing in the midsection, and from there the train will be started. This train which is now approaching the home signal of station X with the restarting memo will not be received on signals. A train coming without authority to proceed will not be received on signals at this station. If the train is not received on signals, then how the train will be received? In the case of signal failure, we have seen that the trains arriving at the home signal will be received on clearing home signal or clearing the calling on signal, and if both are not there, it will be received on SPT, and if SPT is not there, then on T bar 369 3B. There also the first train will be received on T bar 369 3B, and thereafter the trains will be received on SPT. Why the first train is received on T bar 369 3B? Because for receiving train on SPT and as well as on receiving on T bar 369 3B, all the points leading to the station after the home signal should be set, clamped and padlocked in both the cases. Why this first train received on T bar 369 3B? How trains are received on SPT? Just by calling from the station through the signal post telephone and giving a private number, the train will come to the station. There is a chance in this that these points may not be checked properly, it may not be clamped or padlocked. First train is to be received on 369 3B, it is insisted. Because for serving this T bar 369 3B, yes, railway staff has to come to the home signal. Naturally, he has to ensure the points are set and clamped and padlocked. So if at all it is forgotten, or if there is a tendency to avoid it, since the employee is coming up to the home signal, he would naturally come with the clamps and padlocks to the site. So this provision, that is to receive the first train on T bar 369 3B, is brought in to reduce the chance of taking shortcut method. This same is applicable here in this case also. Here the train is coming without authority to proceed and it is stopped at the home signal and it cannot be received on signals. That is, it cannot be received on clearing home signal or clearing calling on signal. Both are signals. Then the alternative is a signal post telephone and T bar 369 3B. Though the rule says SPT, then T bar 369 3B, it is desirable to receive the train on issuing T bar 369 3B memo. Because the same reason, why the first train in the case of signal failure is received on T bar 369 3B, the same reason prevails here also. So, first train, here there is not going to be first train or second train. The only one train will be there. We are not going to get trains one after another without authority to proceed. Here this is the only one runaway train. Thereafter there will not be any more runaway train. So this runaway train should be received on issuing T bar 369 3B. So in such runaway cases, receiving train on SPT does not arise at all. So this is how the train is received at the station X. To the effect that the block section is now clear of trains, the station master X will exchange message with the station master W. That is how the runaway train without the authority to proceed which entered the section is dealt with. Now what about our train? Our train, which was given run through on road 2, was stopped because here the signal flew back to on. It is received on road 2 and it is left for station X. Let us see what happens to our train, which is now proceeding towards station X. Okay, now we have seen signal passing at danger, that is SPAD. SPAD cases are normally concerned to home signal, starter and advanced starter. Now we have seen these three cases, how the station is dealing with such cases. SPAD is very serious issue in railways, and it is the most dreaded thing actually for the loco pilots. Though there may not be any physical damage to the railway property or any loss of human life, still it is a very serious issue, because passing a signal at danger, it is assumed that suppose there happens to be a head-on collision or the train or engine hitting another train, what could have been the result? It is on this assumption the SPAD is considered as a very serious incident or accident. Also in this video we have seen putting back of the dispatch signal, especially the starter signal, and how and what safety measures are to be taken to safeguard the railway property as well as the life of our passengers. Now our train has left station W and it is proceeding towards station X. Let us see in our next video what is happening to our train at the station X or while it is proceeding to station X. Okay, let us see in our next video.